Right, in today's class we will see right in Docker. Right, in the previous class we have seen Selenium Grid, how to set up, how to run our test cases. Right, today we will see about the Docker. Right, Docker I have done a dedicated series. Right, in detail. If anyone want, in my channel there is a dedicated Docker series is there. You can watch there. Here I will give you overview of Docker. What is it? Right, Docker basically, right, we will use to containerization. That means, suppose if you want to run, right, Docker will provide a containers. Container will have a packages like a application. Right, if you want to run, suppose, right, a developer they will develop some product. Right, if you, that product if you want to run, we require multiple things. Right, we require a OS, we require a application to run. There will be some dependencies, JDK, Maven. Right, we require some other libraries also. Right, these are all will contain Docker. By using Docker, what they will do? They will containerize. That means they will package it in a one container. Right, so that what it will happen, right? They no need to worry about every time, right, to install. Suppose you don't know about the Docker. Right. Suppose my product I want to install in some app. Right. What we will do, we will install in the submission. Right. Usually, whenever you are using Amazon.com, right, what they will do, they will deploy in the submission. Right. We have to do manually all those things. If you don't know about these Dockers, right, they have to do right OS setup. They have to install the OS in that mission. Right. They have to do what are the application dependencies, JDK, Maven, right, remaining whatever we required server, right, they have to install all those things. Right, if you want to install in some 10 machines, right, you want to do same setup in 10 machines, right, it will be a hectic task, right, we have to remember all the steps, sometimes we will forget it, right, but Docker what they will do, they will create a one file, right, compose file that is, right, they will give all the steps there, right, what to install it. Right. They will give steps. Okay, I required a Linux OS, I required a Maven, I required a JDK, I required some server. Right. These are the dependencies. Right. They will create simply, they will right keep that file. That's it. If you click on that file, it will automatically install all those things. We no need to worry about it. Right. That is called a Docker. Docker creates the containers. Those containers we will use. Those are all very lightweight containers. Right, containers like it will share OS, right? Those containers also we will need to right keep it in the OS itself, right? But all these containers will share the host OS kernel, right? I have explained more detail in the right my YouTube channel. It is there already, right? In detail, what is the right? Actually, there will be a what is virtual machine, right? Before Docker, we will use a virtual machine. What is a physical server, right? What is the drawbacks of those, right? Why we require a then Docker, right? Those are explained in detail. If anyone wants, they can go it. Here, just we how to run our scripts on the Docker. We will focus on that only. Right. This the Docker is a containerization to package the applications and their dependencies into lightweight containers. Simple thing. Right. Then here, right, we will see one more important thing before going to comments. Just why, what is the difference between Selenium Grid? Right. We already did a Selenium Grid, but why we require a Docker? Right. Why we require a Docker? Right. In Selenium Grid, what we have done, we have to do that. Those are all right manual setup. We require a right virtual machine. We require missions. Right. If you want to set up hub and nodes, we require missions. Right. There we need to set up manually all the setup in all the missions manually. Right. Here, what in Docker, it is automated with the Docker Compose. All right. We don't need to worry about it by using automated with the Docker Compose. We'll see that. That is scalability. Right. Scalability means what? Suppose that today two node missions are there. I want to increase to 10 missions. Right. 10 nodes I want. Right. That is not that much simple in the Selenium grid, right? We required those many missions if we want to scale up, right? That is very difficult. We will not get those many missions because of the right budget issues we will get. Right? If we want to get the mission means they have to give the some budget. Right? That is very difficult. Here it is very easy to scale up and down. But by right here environment may vary. Here I highly consistent and the resources also tied to host system. Right. It is mostly tied with the host system. It is isolated in containers. So this is the manual setup. CI/CD integration is manual setup. We are seamless with the Dockerized workflows. Right. Maintenance is very high. Right. Here lower due to container management. These are the some of the right why we require a Selenium grid Docker. Right. Docker grid why we require. Right. Then whenever we have a very small, right, you want a one or two missions, just you want to execute it, then we will go for a Selenium grid only. If we have a very less setup, that if you want a more, there will be a sometimes right. We require a more setup. That means scale up and down automatically. They want scale up automatically scale down. That means suppose I want to execute 1,000 test cases automatically. I want to create some 20-30 missions so parallelly. I want to execute it. Alright, if you want more resources, then mostly we will go for a Docker. Then how to alright set up this? Alright, important. And first thing is we have to download the Docker. Alright, wherever we are working on it, either Windows or Mac Linux, we have to download the Docker. Right, Docker will sit on our Windows only. Right, after installing, it will be on the our system only, but it will use our OS to do these all the things. Right, we can install this Docker desktop for Windows. Just we can click on it, it will download. Alright, once it is downloaded, just click on it, double click on it, next. That's it. We don't need to do anything. Right, then after installing, right, we will get a right Docker desktop. Right, just start, click on the start. We have to open it. Then only it will start the Docker. Otherwise, it will not start. Right, otherwise, if we are unable to see on the desktop, we can also search here. Right, after installing in the Windows also, we can search it will come Docker desktop. We can open it from here also. Right, once it is opened, right, it will start Docker. Then we can go to command prompt. We can see we can learn, we have to learn some of the commands to work with the Docker. Right, there are a few commands. Right, first thing is obviously, right, once we installed Docker, sometimes we want to check what is the Docker version we have installed. Right, we can use the Docker -- version. It will do the Docker version what we are using. Right, it contains a Docker will contains a images. Right, it will contain a images and containers. Right, what are the images means? Right, suppose I want to write a hub. I want a hub. Right, we are working currently with right Selenium grid. We want to set up a Selenium grid. Right, if you want to, right, we can also install in the Docker any application. We can install Jenkins. Right, we can also install the Jenkins in the Docker. Right, and also here our focus is how to set up the grid. For that we require Selenium Hub, Selenium nodes. Right, those things, those images we need to pull first of all. Right, we will see that. Right, if you want to see what are the images available in the Docker, right, what are the images, we will use the Docker images. Docker space images. Right, currently we don't have anything. Right, once we install, then we will get. Right, then to see the containers, we can use the Docker PS. Right, currently no nothing is running. If you want to see all the containers, -A. Right, PS means it will show only active containers. Right, some containers will inactive. If you want to see active and inactive both, we will use a -A. Right, these are the some of the commands. Right, if you want to get any right image, if you want to install any image, we will use the Docker full image. If you want to run it, Docker run image name. Right, if you want to start any container, Docker start container ready. We can restart it or stop it, Dockers. And if you want to remove the container, Docker RM container ready. If you want to remove the image, Docker RMI image ready. We will see all those things. Right now, first step is right. We can also install Jenkins in the Docker, but we are not focusing on it. Right, right. To set up grid, right. First, we need to set up a some network. Right, we require a some network. Without network also we can do, but right. Suppose if we have a network, right, we know Selenium grid and hub, right, Selenium hub and nodes, we can keep it in that network. Suppose we can also set up multiple Selenium hub and nodes. Right, if we keep it in the single network, right, what will happen? It will not collide one with another one grid with another. Actually, right, we can make sure that within the network our grid setup is there. Right, for that we need to create some network, Docker network. Create. We can give any name, grid network. Here I have given just a grid network. Right, a Docker network. Create name of the network is already exists. I have already exists, so it is saying already exists. Otherwise, it will create it. If you want to see that Docker network ls, that means it will show. I already have this one network. Right. If you want to remove it, right, Docker network RM network name, it will remove the all those things. And if we use a Docker network prune means it will remove all the unused networks. Right. Now here important things is now we want to set up a grid, what we require hub and nodes. Right. How to start the hub? For that, first we have to pull the image. Right. For that, pull the image. What this command will do? It will get the latest hub from the Docker. Right. Docker will have a Docker right repository like Maven repository. How it will be? Docker repository will be there. From the Docker repository, it will fetch the latest Selenium hub. Right. What we are doing here, Docker run -d, that is the detached mode. What is detached mode? Sometimes when we will run, right, we observe last time Selenium grid. Suppose if we are running, this command prompt is blocking, right? We need to make this available, this command prompt, right? We cannot close that. Otherwise, it will close the hub and node. But if we run in the detached mode, what will happen? We can close it. Backend, it will run it, right? It will close it. -p ports. Here, three types of ports we have to give. We have to give three types of port. Right. What are all those ports? Right. One is the 4442 exposes the port on the host machine maps to the inside container. Right. We have to map from our host machine to container. There will be two ports will be there. Here, right? See, here two ports is two ports. First port is our host machine. From the host machine to we have to connect to container port. Right. First one is the host port. Next one is the container port. Right. This is used for Selenium event bus. Right. This is the Selenium 4 set. We are doing this for a Selenium 4. Right. One is the Selenium. This is used for First port is used for 4442 is for event bus communication. That means publish. If you want to send any commands, right? If you want to publish the any command, this port will take that command. Next one is a used for event bus only. That is also event bus, but this is the subscriber. This is the publisher. This is the subscriber. Right. Next one is the actually inside container default Selenium hub port. This is normal hub port. Right. We have already seen. Whenever we will start, it will start default port is 4444. Right. This is the default hub port. We will connect to this hub port. But these are all right related to event bus. One is the publisher, one is the subscriber. Right. First two ports. That's why we have to start in the Selenium 4. We have to start like this. Then what is the grid network? We have to give hyphen net. We have created grid network net. Inside grid network, we want to create this hub. Then what is the name of it? Right, we can give any name. Right, just I have given Selenium hub, and then pull the latest Selenium hub image. That is Selenium slash hub. If you want specific version, we can mention at the rate. Suppose at the rate 3.1.0, I want 4.0. Right, we can give at the rate, and then what is the version of it if you want specific. Latest means it will get the latest from the hub repository, this Docker repository. Right, yes, we need to give this command. What it will do, it will fetch the right. It will first verify locally. If it is there in your local machine already, you have installed this image, it will fetch that. Otherwise, it will connect to the right repository, Docker repository. Then it will download from the Docker repository to local. Right, it will take little time. Right, it will download the image, and also what it will do, it will start it automatically. We are using Docker run command. So it what it will do two things. One is it will fetch it. It will fetch the image and it will download it, and then also it will run it automatically. Right, right. Take little time. Right, then we have to start the nodes also, whichever nodes, which if you want the Chrome, Firefox, Edge nodes, right? Here little lengthy, this looks like a little lengthy comments. Right, here also, here comments are little different. Right, we have to give the Docker run -d. What is the size of the right? We can specify some size from our how much CPU size we want to take it, and then name of the network. Then name of it. We can give any name. Suppose I am running Chrome, so Chrome. That hyphen link means we have to link this node to our hub. Right, Selenium hub. We have given one name while starting the Selenium hub. Right, what is the name we have given? Selenium hub. We have to link to that hub. This node we have to link to the Selenium hub, and then right, what is the event bus host? Event bus host is Selenium hub, and event bus publisher 4440 subscriber 4443, and how many nodes, right? How many Chrome nodes we want? Only if we want 10 nodes means 10 we can give, 1 means 1 we can give. Then max sessions, right? In that node, how many sessions we can, right? Node means like a mission, right? It will create a one node. One node means one mission. Three nodes means three missions it will create. That one node will contain max Chrome three sessions. That means one node we can execute three browsers at a time. Right, that is the max sessions. Right, what here we are doing pull the latest Chrome node. Right, like this, just we need to change here Edge node, Firefox node. Remaining everything will be same one, right? Here we have to D means detached mode. We will see that what is detached, right? Here see it is downloaded, hub is downloaded. Now if we see Docker images, space images, see this is the image, right? This is the image. It got installed. It has an image ID. What is the tag version latest? Right. If you want to see Docker PS container, right? If you want to see the containers, Docker PS, that means it is already started. Status is up about a minute. Right. It is up about a minute. That means right. Selenium hub. This is the container ID. Right. If you want to remove that container ID, we can remove it. Right. If you want to stop it, Docker stop. Right. If I want to stop this container ID, we can keep it. Right. Docker stop. Right. It is stop. Now, if you see the PS, it will not show because it is already stopped. If you want to see stopped content also, -A. What it will do? It will show all running containers and stopped containers. Both it will show active and inactive containers. Right now, see, it is exited 18 minutes ago. That means we have stopped a bit, right? 18 seconds ago. If you want to start it again, right, we no need to pull. Already image is there. Only one time image we will pull. Next time just the content we will start it or stop it. Start or stop. That's it. Right. Then Docker, if I want to start that container again, start container ID. Again we can see, right, then. Right, it will start it. Right, here see, this is the publisher. One is publisher port, one is the, right, okay, this is the publisher. Okay, then we will see this. Next one is the nodes. Right now, hub is right. How to see whether hub is running or not? We can go to the browser. Right, just we can see HTTP colon slash slash localhost 4444. Right, our hub is started. Right, next thing is nodes. We have to start the nodes. Right here, nodes hyphen D means see D means detached. We know, right? Previously, we have seen Selenium grid. Our command prompt will be blocked. Right, we cannot close that command prompt. Here we can close it, right? It is not dependent on. If we don't give detached mode means it will block it, right? That means here it will run in here itself, right? It will not run in the background. It will run in foreground. We cannot close in that case. D means that is detached mode means it is right background. It will run it. All right, then hyphen net we have given connects to the container to a custom network, ensuring that they can communicate to each other. Hyphen name, we can give any name to the container. Right here we are giving Chrome, Firefox, Selenium. Right, link means it will link the node to the hub. Hyphen link links to the node to the hub. Then hyphen E to set any environment variables required for the Selenium grid. Right here, what is the environment variable we are using these things. Hyphen E means we are keeping some environment variables. One is the hub, one is the event bus public port, subscribe per port, max nodes, right, max sessions. These are all environment variables we are adding. Right, then we will start it. Right, just Docker start. Copy, copy, paste it. Okay. Right, first it will find in the local machine. If the image is available, it will get immediately. Otherwise, it will download it. Some of the things are available already. Some of the things are not available. It is download. Right, it will take some memory also. Right, right? But compared to virtual machine, it will take a less resource usage. But Selenium Grid, we required a missions, right? Separate missions we required. Okay, then that's right. Right, we can start whatever nodes we can pull all the nodes, Chrome, Edge node, Firefox. If we require all those things, we can pull those things. Right. If you want to stop, right, by using, we have given some names to the hub and the nodes. Right, by using right, those things also we can stop it. Docker stop, Selenium hub, Docker stop, Chrome. If you want to remove RM. If you want to remove the image itself, first we need, before removing image, we have to stop the container, then remove the image. Right, if you want to see the logs, right, we can also see what is the logs of Docker logs -f Selenium hub. Or if you want to see the node logs, we can give Docker log -f Chrome. Right, we have given some name. That name we have to give. Right, fine. Then we will see compose file. Right, these are all we are doing manually, right? Then how to do it by using compose file, we will see. Okay, it's almost done. Okay, it's almost done. It's done. Now if we refresh that, our Selenium grid. Mhm. Okay, it is attached now. Right, it is created one node with three max instances. Right, it is created a Linux mission. Actually, right, we are working on a Windows, but Docker internally it is created a Linux box. Actually, Linux mission. Right, it is not a Windows. It is a Linux. Right then. Now, if you want remaining also, we can pull those images also. Right, Edge and Firefox. Right, same thing only. Right, just it will change only. This is the name of the Docker image. Right, we have to give correct name. Otherwise, it will not pull. Docker Edge, right, node-edge, and then node-Firefox. If you want any specific version, we can use that at the rate version of the Chrome. Right. Then once it is started, a hub and node, remaining everything will be same only. Right. Code wise, we will not do any changes. There is no changes in the code wise. Right. Code wise is always same only. Right. Suppose if you want to run it. Right. But here's what we have done. We have started one environment variable also we have to give. While running our test case, we have to tell whether to run in the local or grid machine. Right, how to run it? That run configuration. That we can go to what is the TestNG file we can choose. And arguments we have to give that -d run mode. The run mode equal to either local or remote. Right, in the Docker also we can see what are the images right we have. From here also we can delete it. We can stop it or we can delete it. From here also we can do that. Right. Once it is started running, we can see session. We can also see the live video of it. Right. A live video of it. But in the grid, right, we cannot see that live video. But here we can see video of it. Right. It is started. Right here, see sessions. Go to sessions. We can click on the video. Right, video symbol is there. We can click on it. Right, the password is secret. SCCRET, default one. Right, if it is execution done, we cannot see. We can also see the live execution of it. And that is one more advantage of the Docker. Right, go to sessions. We can go to sessions. Once it is done, we cannot see. Right, go to sessions. While executing, it will create the session here, right? We can click on the video symbol. We can get it. Right. Now, this is the manually we have done, but this lengthy commands, right? If you want to remember, little bit difficult only. Right. For that only, right, we can use the compose file. Right. We can create a one compose file. Compose file means we will give instructions what to do. Sure. Okay, it is a YAML file. Actually, it is a YAML file. That extension will be .yml file. Right here, right, we have to tell what to do, right, to this compose file. Right, what we what to tell? Right, we have to tell what. Okay, I required a Chrome. I required a Chrome now. Right here, some syntax we have to write. These are all the key. What is the services? First services, Chrome, image. Pull the latest Selenium Node Chrome image. Right, if you want specific at the rate specific version of it. Right, how much size we can give to this 2 GB of it. Right, it depends on Selenium Hub. That means first it will do the Selenium Hub download, then only it will come to Selenium Node. Right, similar environment. What is the environment? Right, here we have to. These are all common things. Right, event bus host, Selenium Hub. What is the publisher port, subscriber port? How many node instances we want? Node max sessions. Right, I want one node with one instance of browser. That means I can run only at a time only one Chrome node. Suppose if I want two browsers, right, three browsers, right, one node with three browsers. Then suppose share Firefox with two nodes. Right, this is the edge. Then Firefox. Alright, Firefox with the three instances. And then Hub. Right, Hub we have to view these three ports. There are three ports. One is the subscriber publisher port. First one is subscriber port. Then grid port. Right, we have to give all the comments here. Right, then next thing what we have to do, how to start it. Right, by using. Right, let me keep it in the one folder so that Docker. Okay, let me keep it here. Okay, now we have to change our command prompt here. Go open command prompt here. Right, then how to start this? Right, here we have given what are the version we have given services containers, that is hub and nodes, images and configuration. Then SHM size, shared memory, used to increase the memory, avoid crashing in Docker containers. Right, by default it will take only just a 64 MB. Right, to avoid clashing of it, so just we are increasing the size. Then ports, we have given container name. and it depends on that nodes are dependent on hub. That max instances, max session. Right now, how to start it? We have some commands. Docker compose -f means file. What is the file name? Docker compose.yaml up. Right, just I want to up. That means right, just we have to give that command. And we have to first change it to that path. Then only it will recognize this file. Right, what it will do? First it will pull the latest. Already we have a Docker hub we have Chrome node, Chrome also we have images. Only we don't have Edge and Firefox. Right, it will download it, Edge and Firefox images. Right, then once it is downloaded, it will start automatically all the hub and nodes. It will start. Right, once it is done right again. Right, we cannot. In the previously manually we have done right. This command again and again we cannot give. It will not work. Right, what it will do? First time only we have to give this command. Right, it will pull the latest image and then it will start it. Next time onwards, just we will use Docker start or stop. Right, that's it. We have to start or stop. First time only we have to give this. Second time onwards, already images are there. Already images are there. Containers are there. We have to start the container or stop the container. But if we give, what will happen? It will say error. It will not start. Already started, so it will say already started. Right, it will take some time. Right, what are the images currently we have? Right, still downloading only. See, it is taking right memory. Hub is taking 689 MB. Node Chrome is taking 1.9. Right, it will take some memory. Right, it will take little time. We have to. Right, then we'll see what are the remaining things. Right, suppose I want to scale up. Right, I want to, that means Chrome, I want to, currently we have given only one. Right, one, two, three, something. If we want to increase the browser size, right, we can down it. We can write it down the Docker Compose. Docker Compose, but we have to down it. Again, start it with hyphen scale Chrome nodes, Chrome browsers. I want three. That I want a Chrome browser 3, Firefox 3, Edge 4. Suppose if you want, we can start like if you want multiple things in the single command, we can also give hyphen scale Chrome 3, Firefox 3, Edge 4. We can easily write scale up or scale down. We can increase or decrease the browsers. Right. We can also write some people will use Kubernetes also. Right. Kubernetes means it will automatically scale up and down based on the configuration. What it will do? If we are running more test cases, it will automatically increase the size of the browser's instances, node instances. Kubernetes concept also we can implement. Right. And then we'll say, is it done? Right. Yeah, I think it's done. Firefox is all are downloaded. Right, if your memory size is right very low, you can delete all these things once done. Right, otherwise it will occupy a lot of memory. Right, then mm, okay, we'll see containers. What are the containers? Want to see containers? Docker ps hyphen v. Right, it is that only started previous ones only. Right, let me stop with these previous things. Then. Maybe it's affecting the Docker stop. Right, we can give hub container ready space. We can give multiple also. We can give multiple also. We can stop it. Right, okay. Then just we will verify. Okay, it is stopped. Alright, now comes here. Okay, there is a conflict is coming because already we are run from different way, right? Maybe that is not started. Now stop those things and start it again. Docker compose hyphen m. Okay. Docker compose hyphen f file name and up. Something still we are getting the container name Selenium Hub is already in use by the container. You have to remove the container. Okay. It asks you to remove these containers. Right. Only containers it will remove, not the images. Right. Docker RM, then container we will remove these containers. That is trying to create a new containers that is conflicting. That is just remove the containers. Now if you see there are no containers available. So now we will run comp. Okay, now it is starting. Okay, now if you see the containers, right? It is started hub, right? Node, Chrome, Firefox, Edge, all the containers are created and started. Now we will verify in the browser. Okay, I think it started. Right. At Firefox with three, Edge we have given two instances, and Chrome we have given three instances. Right, like this we can start by using Docker. We can set up the hub and node. Right, same thing. Code wise there is no difference. Just only setup wise only different. Right, Selenium grid is different way. Docker is in different way. But code wise we don't require. But code wise same URL only. Right, we don't need to worry about it. That is how we are connecting to same URL. Right. What is the URL that? Right. From where we are getting? From the constants. Right. Or we can keep it into the config file also, property file. And usually we will keep it in the property file only. We need to extract this to property file. Right. Like this, we can set up the hub. Right. This is Docker. Right. Hub and node. Suppose if you want, I think we ran not run in detached mode. I think it is running. It is blocking the command prompt. Right. So, but what is the advantage of it? Right, we no need to write multiple missions, and no, we no need to worry about it. In single mission, we can set up all those things, and also it will run on Linux boxes. Right, not the Windows. Right, inside Docker, it will set up a Linux boxes. It will our scripts will run on Linux boxes. Right, and also one thing we can also see the while running our scripts we can observe the videos also. That is also one more advantage, right? While running in the Docker. But a grid we cannot see that. Suppose you are running grid in the right grid from the Jenkins, right? We cannot see those live running. But here we can see the right live running of the test cases in the Docker. Right, wherever it is in local host. Suppose you deployed this setup in the some other machine. Just we need to give IP address of that machine. That's it. Let's see, it is started all the sessions. Okay, all are three started. There are those. That we must be our system should support our RAM capacity. That otherwise our system will hang. That you can see in the task manager right, how much resources, memory usage, CPU usage it is taking. That's it. It is in my system, it is very high. It is taking almost 100% CPU usage. Right, it is started. Right, we can click on this video symbol. Right, we can open it, but password is secret. The default password is a secret. Right, it is taking time because my CPU see almost 100% is. Mine is I think 8 GB RAM only. Hey, right, at least we should have 16 GB RAM. That is done only. Okay, just like this we can start that. Right, it is started right a Chrome. It's Firefox. Let me stop it. I'm stopping it. Right, like this we can set up Docker also. Right, it is at least idea. Right, how to set up what is Docker, how to set up hub and node, how to run it. Right, if we get some idea, then it is very easy in interview also. Sometimes we can also say I have an idea on it. Right, that is more about right Docker. Right, mostly right. This is the last class for our automation.